The News Hub on Destination Newry.
Charlie, just explain to me what has happened here.
Well, as you can see behind me, the evidence is very clear. Something like 12 or between 12 and 14 windows broken, and broken in broad daylight, I had to say. Now, the caretaker has cleaned up most of the mess, and some of the stones were, 4 and 5 inches in diameter. So they weren't children. I mean, someone from the houses to my right here had seen someone behaving suspiciously yesterday afternoon around between 1 and 2. Alerted the caretaker. He came over. The youths had made off at this stage. He seen them disappearing into the blue yonder, and he examined the damage done behind me, and there's something like £4,000 to £5,000 worth of damage done. Now, I'm a local councillor. I'm also a member of the Board of Governors here, and I'm not for 1 minute saying that there were, former pupils, but if it was the case, I'm hugely disappointed because this school has a fantastic policy of pastoral care and pupil care. And if I thought if it was former pupils that did this, as I said, I'd be very disappointed. Now, the police arrived and they took some items away for evidence to try and get some forensics. So it may well be at some stage they might be able to identify the culprits, but big disappointment for the school. As you can see, there were grills on the school windows for a number of years, and it had the look of an area under siege. So the principal, Kieran Mackin, who's with me here today, he actually decided he would take the grills away to try and open up the school and, resonate with the community in the peace process going forward. And it was the case that for a number of years there was an incident, but now this has happened and it just has set everybody back.
What do you believe is the motive for the attack?
I don't see a motive. It's just pure vandalism. I mean, they were seen breaking stones, big stones that they couldn't actually throw at the windows, and actually throwing them from here behind me on the far side of this palisade fence in here. They stood in this other fence, which is church property, and between the two of them, they caused this damage. Scandalous.
As the principal of the school, what is your opinion about what happened here?
Well, obviously I'm extremely disappointed. As the school prepares for another school year, there's a lot of work goes on behind the scenes during the summer, and to come in to find that we have been attacked, and that's the best way to describe it. It's an attack not just on the school, but it's an attack on the community as well. To have 12 windows smashed in broad daylight, it's totally motiveless. There's no explanation for it.
What is being done now to see who's responsible for this?
Well, obviously the PSNI are involved, and they have removed items such as a number of large boulders, bottles that were thrown at the school, and they've taken those away for forensic analysis. So we're hopeful that they will be able to follow a definite line of inquiry.
And the PSNI have already got reports that there was 2 youths involved.
That's correct. There are a number of local residents who were able to identify that there were 2 youths who were seen in the vicinity around the time that this happened. We are very fortunate that we are a school in the hub of the community here in the Derrybeg Meadow Estates, and we receive wonderful support from the local residents.
How do the local residents feel about this?
Absolutely disgusted. I think that's the only way we could describe what has happened here. Everybody in the area is disgusted by what has happened.
You're now up to date on the News Hub.